Okay, finally, somehow we are live. I don't think we have the screen though. No, we have the screen. Okay, we are live somehow. Ah,
Hello, YouTube.
uh, this is this was actually painful to set up. I should have, what do you call it? Studied beforehand. The way of the YouTube while you were having fun. I was also having fun and did not study the way of YouTube.
Mm.
Uh, Wait, I am getting recommended V on this account somehow.
Well, that's funny.
Uh, hmm. Like, oh yeah, we were my topic was like YouTubers should know their place, but I am kind of grateful to VTubers now. Like I am very
Mm.
grateful. Like they have somehow contained all of Tumblr audience, and because of that, nobody is somehow talking about anime that much.
Interesting.
Uh, it'd be nice if VTubers were fun again, but like I do
Or
not
what?
wait, what?
If they were what?
Fun.
Oh,
But there are very few VTubers I care about, and they are at least fun.
there's more than a couple who are fun. It just depends on what kind of category you're looking at. One of my favorites is actually Manic the Manic Mechanic. He's a smaller male indie VTuber. He has more of a Saturday morning cartoon kind of look going to him, and he does a lot of game reviews. And he has actually on Drexel, co-host of the Ricada, one of the co-hosts that Ricada brings on. He's one of the regular guests on Manic's show. But yeah, Manic can actually draw in a pretty good audience, and he'll talk about a game, do an anime review, go over the Nintendo Live conference, all that good stuff. Um,
Wait, Nintendo. Do people still care about Nintendo that much though, or no?
yeah, actually, people do. Mostly because the exclusives for Nintendo are still obviously Nintendo exclusive, and they do work a lot to cultivate their audience and keep them happy. Uh,
Ah, I am a very PC gamer person. Like I will
no, so
not.
am I.
Like I have never touched a console. Like the reason was I am very poor. Like in India, you don't buy a
I've
console.
I've touched consoles via proxy of emulator and via the garage sale, but I've never gone out of my way to buy a brand new console.
Uh, I- but first it was a poor thing, but now I have realized you cannot mod games and I cannot play games without mods after a while.
Ah, yeah. Well, I like the variety as well. You get on PC, you get a lot of stuff. So I just finished playing the what's currently released of early access, the game EX Zodiac, which is a combination of Data Harrier, Data Harrier and Star Fox, both one and Star Fox two, the unreleased one. It's pretty fun, but you don't get that kind of stuff really on console anymore, unless you. Well, typically it's released on PC, and then you'll get a console release if it does well enough. So you get to see all this stuff early on computer.
Uh, uh, I pick console gaming. Maybe like if you're super paranoid about hackers, I can understand. Like,
Oh,
but
it
so
does cater to an audience of people, including people who are PC savvy. If you don't want to touch a computer after you come home from work, or you just want to be able to just, I mean, it computers are increasingly just more that way, and consoles are increasingly less this way. But it is kind of the experience of just being able to sit down and then play the game that in a separate environment. 'Cause sometimes people like separating out the mental space
no, but the thing
from
is,
when.
like, I can just set up a profile on my Linux where if I
Well,
log in by this user, it will automatically start Steam for me.
no, understandable, but like for example, I have a work laptop that I use for a lot of my productivity stuff that I might personally own. So if I need to write like a paper or something, I don't do it on my desktop with all the gaming stuff on it, just because I'm in a different mental space when I'm on that laptop. So, not everyone needs that, and I don't think you need that, clearly.
Uh, well, even if I need that, I will not buy that.
Mm.
I maybe, but no. I will. I don't think I want to be a console peasant. Like I
No,
do not.
that's
It will
understandable.
be very. It feels like a very big pain in the ass to just jailbreak a. What do you call it? Jailbreak one of your
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
consoles. Like, and it's the same reason you don't want an Apple.
Mhm. There is a reason I like Android so much. I am increasingly, if I can't get an app on the F Droid store and there's equivalent there, I go there first. Although I use it different. I use Neo Store personally.
Wait, uh, wait. What is Neo Store? I have first time heard of it.
It's a F Droid compatible client with some material design features. I like it because it's a little faster and it's easier to browse. You can save favorites for later.
Wait, what was the Neo Store?
Yeah, I believe that is the name. If I can go
I'll. If it has more apps, it is nice then.
Well, I mean, you can add you get all the same stuff you can on F Droid in both because you can always add repositories to each. But there's a nice repository manager built into Neo
No,
Store.
I do not like how the F-Droid store loads things. Like it takes a very long time to load images. Maybe they're.
Yeah, I used to use Aurora Droid, but Aurora Droid has not been uploaded in an incredibly long time, so it's rather buggy.
Hmm. Yeah, we are staying away from the topic too long.
Yeah, we are just straying a little bit.
Uh,
Anyways,
I,
so
the problem with live streams, like talking to people, is that like I've never been able to keep it on
oh,
topic. Uh,
VTubers staying in their lane.
uh, but, like Japanese VTubers still seem like they are actually doing their part. Like
For the most part. Yeah.
it's only the English ones. Like
Well, I mean, there was the obviously you had some you had someone kicked from Ninja Sanji recently for having too much fun expressing opinions you aren't allowed to.
oh yeah, do you know the Millie situation? Like
Millie?
like she did a video on 4chan, then I don't know if it is real, but it seems like her 3D model because of that got delayed.
I do not know about this.
uh, like I don't think it got delayed for because of that, but like seems like it is a very retarded decision to go after a 4chan or any big social media site.
I mean, it's popular to dump on 4chan just as 4chan enjoys dumping on people, but
No, but the thing is,
it's not necessarily the problem with interacting with them is you make them you give them a sense of empowerment that they're able to affect the real world, which really does cause people to step up their game, you could say.
but still, like you are going after like not one people, like you're going after a
No, you're
lot of
going
people.
out. You're picking the hornet's nest. You're going after as many as you
Also,
can.
the thing is, like they don't live by the same terms of service as you do, like, and they
Correct.
they have a bigger stomach than you have. Like
Yeah,
I am
it's
pretty
not a good idea to engage with them if you can at all avoid it.
like it seems like every VTuber is on some kind of antidepressant, and I'm just like I have a prejudice against English VTubers, but it feels like if you are somewhat mentally weak, don't go after 4chan.
Well, it's worth pointing out that we mostly notice the ones who do have issues because they are much more noteworthy.
Yeah, they are
But
very uh, like look at me, I have mental issues.
well, the fun part about lolcows is they really do moo quite loud when you poke them. But I don't know.
Like
I
because it seems like if you are afraid of cancel culture, you do not want to go after 4chan. Like if you are just afraid of Twitter, don't go after 4chan.
Yeah, I'm quite a fan of Ashley Arinko. She actually is in very good graces with 4chan, surprisingly. She doesn't ever refer to them directly, but it's pretty clear she reads the stuff they post there. Uh,
Uh,
she's been pretty honest about her mental health situation over the years. She is medicated, but she went off meds for quite a while, and it did not go well.
hmm.
But she's I don't know. She because of just her honesty and the way she handles everything, she's repeatedly landed in their good graces, and they'll typically, if they there was a mail on stream incident and they got all angry, but they as soon as they figured out it was getting to her, they actually did cut it out within a day or two.
Uh, I get. Uh, Honesty is like very good on the internet. Like even 4chan appreciates it. Like most people appreciate honesty on online.
Well,
Like because
yeah,
you can
you
punch
have
anyone. Like you just have to go out with honesty then.
well, you have backstabbers like Fruit, for example, uh, who had
Like wait, who is
you're
worse?
going into silver.
Wait, do you
Well,
think which do you think is worse, Fruit or Niners?
oh, clearly Fruit. I mean, Yanner's turned her back on obviously her audience. It's for her to call someone else, including specifically a pink rabbit in this case, a pick me is rather peak irony considering she built her entire career and reputation on 4chan as just a here person who would self identify. But realistically, she's been trying to move away from that for a while. It's Fruit who will. I mean, for one, she complained recently about someone getting cheated on and being betrayed when she literally cucked her husband in near history, and
Wait, is it
she
confirmed?
she
Like
went she complains about getting ragged on and being betrayed by people, but then she'll go into Silvervale stream and then throw her under the bus
everyone that
as
makes
a bad
mistakes.
person for streaming Hogwarts Legacy. It, it's like talent freedom. Yeah, sure, bud. I don't know. I don't respect Fruit very much. I not at all. Uh, I actually don't hate the talented V Shoujo by any means. Most of them. I know a lot of people do, but specifically Fruit, I take issue with.
I do not like Vishuju because of their reputation.
Well, yeah, the thing is the reputation is formed by a specific set of members and not all of them.
Eh, But oh yeah, if we are comparing VTuber agencies right now, which do you think is Niji Sanji or Vishuju? Who is worse?
Um, I mean, they both have a certain political bent to them, and they don't let their talents say anything out of that line. But honestly, I think as much of a fucking mess as it is with how many people they have been adding every single generation regularly, I think Ninja Sanji is probably better handled at the moment. My answer would have been different a while ago.
Niji Sanji seems
Uh,
like it was fine for a while, but then they started copy striking.
because they do have, well, that is true. They do have non-English branches that they're managing quite well, but
Yeah, like for some reason
um,
everything goes to shit when you go English.
not necessarily. There are companies that are doing quite well in the English market. I'm actually extremely impressed with what is it, Idle Corp.
Uh,
They've done a very good job
Wait,
with their
is Idle
talents.
Corp the one where what do you call like the blue one and the what do you call?
They used to have kind of a more colorful logo, but they started out with Idle HE, their Hebrew division. So they had
Oh
all
yeah,
Israeli talents originally, and then they transitioned to for Idle EN, which is now it's just Idle. They've transitioned to talents from a very wide international base. You have people from Britain, people from America, Canada.
like I am very
Yeah, I think
I
the
am very
eel is
I
Korean.
am very happy that they added Rio on. Like what was her old channel's name?
Oh, Rinron.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
yeah. She's great. I'm trying to remember who her previous identity was, but quite large. They aren't hiding that. Actually, she on her
yeah,
their
she
rapper
was like
identity, she directly.
promoted her
Yeah,
on
she.
the old channel. What was it that game? What-
I have to go check. To be perfectly honest, the problem is I'm not into that type of music, which does make it quite difficult for me to remember these things.
I have her music
Um,
saved on my hard disk. Like it was
I
because I
I
thought
thought it
YouTube
was a
would take it
fucking.
down.
I thought Rinrun was a shit post originally by what is it, Yuko Yuri and Rin Penrose. I thought she was a joke, and it's like, oh my god, this is a real thing.
Uh, I'm
Oh,
finding.
Rero Run. I'm sorry. I've been saying it the wrong thing the whole time. No, something I
Do
did
you
find
remember
rather
the
curious.
like
Oh, what?
she's coming for you, she's coming for you.
It's coming for you.
Like
Oh, yes. I know what you're talking
like she was the one who sang that.
about. Oh, interesting. Yeah.
She has a nice voice, and her old videos are nice, very nice too.
It's interesting to. Well, one of the interesting things about Idol Corp was, and they're now pulling away from each other. Specifically, Rin is starting. I mean, Yuko's always been pulling away, but Rin's been pulling away more after her advertising campaign. When they started out, all the talents hit around like 18,000 subscribers nearly at the exact same time within like a couple days or so of debut. And for quite a long time, there was only like 1 or 2,000 subscribers difference between any of the talents in the company for that generation, which is rather unusual.
You know, Niji Sanji has the same thing, or I think like for some reason, whenever a new idol is debuted, everyone goes and subscribes. It seems
Yeah,
like
I just find
even
it curious because they had double the subscribers of the first generation. Just
maybe like
curious.
the active members went and subscribed.
Yeah, I think so.
Like I think
I
it's almost a good metric to check if if how many active users you have. Like if they went and subscribed, you know that we have 18k loyal followers.
they are quite talented. The new members of the company, we'll say.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a favorite. Do you have a favorite from that company?
Yeah, I don't like
I mean,
British, but the British one has a very nice voice.
Penrose is great. I really do enjoy her content. Uh, her debut, I showed up for her original debut, and I've just been trying to follow along. Now, I will say, chat. Oh, except for that was interesting. So recently, someone dumped I think $4,000 in memberships into chat. They've been one of the most successfully monetized new idol generations I've ever seen.
I send you the video like this.
Yeah, I see.
Like
I recommend this one.
uh she's Russian
But
too. Like it
I
doesn't.
believe, yeah, she's Russian or Slavic.
Her voice doesn't seem like she's Russian, but I don't have perfectly know how the accent works.
Mhm.
I like her. She's very nice.
Indeed.
But my thing was like I have a very good simple theory that
Mhm.
VTubers are very good when the lockdown came and everyone flocked to VTubers, it was very
Yep.
nice for anime. Like because even though anime grew, like everyone's
Mhm.
attention is on VTubers now. So
Mm.
all the Tumblrites went to VTubers.
Oh, you're trying to keep the normies out.
Yeah,
I see.
like that is why we
Yeah.
have Vishi now. And how
Well,
Nishi.
there's a very big cultural difference typically between YouTube and Twitch VTubers.
How can that not be? You will get banned if you are normal.
Oh, what on Twitch?
Yeah.
Well, Twitch is surprising. I mean, despite the fact they've been hammering down on it, Twitch is fairly soft with people doing
Porn.
yeah, well, softcore you could call it.
One thing I don't understand is like VTubers like always mention we don't want to be political, we don't want to be political. But Hassan, please play with us. Hassan, oh, I will.
Well, okay, it's I mean, realistically, Hassan, while political commentator, doesn't really operate in the political commentary space.
Ah,
He's kind of a himbo kind of character. I think that's the correct term, kind of a streamer. He's there to look good, because I don't think most people. I mean, I know people who
like do
vehemently
you think like
disagree with him,
do you feel
who
like
do
okay,
watch him because they find him entertaining and they think he's hot.
huh? Like how
Obviously, I'm
can
talking about women, but
like even women though like he's just eating a bowl of cereal there. like nothing
Yeah,
else.
I don't purport to understand what women always think when they.
Like also, like I have seen
I mean, let's be realistic though. People would absolutely go on to Twitch to watch a hot woman eat a bowl of cereal. That's just how Twitch is, and people are.
they even watch people sleeping. I don't understand.
Yeah, that fucked with me, man. I tuned in to see just because I wanted to see what the hell was happening. Amaranth had a couple thousand viewers just sitting in her chat while she was sleeping for like 8 hours. It
Look,
was
I would understand if they had a shock
very
collar on,
surreal.
like if they had a shock collar on and the voltage was set
No,
by
that's
donos.
now you're getting the Leah stream experience.
Uh, like if you are not doing anything, at least suffer for me. Like I will
That was
enjoy. Uh,
Leah's latest "You Laugh You Lose" channel a challenge. She wore a shock collar that would go off if she laughed, which is quite the experience, you could say.
yeah, once I made a homemade what do you call it? Shock taser,
Oh, yeah.
homemade taser.
Yep.
From a mosquito bat. It hurts. I do not want
No,
to
it
do,
does.
like I do not want to have that thing on my neck.
Yeah, I can confirm that shit hurts, man.
Like I can, but I am willing to do it for money. Not on the neck though.
I'd consider it.
Uh,
I have a surprisingly high tolerance for getting zapped, mostly because it's happened to me a few too many times.
After the third one, like you will be people. Most of the people will be fine. After the third one, you will accept it.
Yeah.
I have a story about injections. Like I used to
Oh.
hate injections. Now I don't like fear injections. Like a lot when I was kid. I was a very little bitch. But
My only thing is I just want to look away while it's happening.
yeah, but then one day it happened. Like I was in a care of a very inexperienced nurse. Like it was a woman
Oh.
too, and she was like cannot find my nerves to save her life. Like she injected me at least 10-20 times. Like when I was screaming like please don't, and she could not find my nerves. Like 10, and they had to find another doctor because she could not find nerves.
Mm-hmm.
And I wasn't even that fat. Like I am not. I was not fat that back then. Now I have got a little bit of muscle on my hand right now, like because of the gymming I do. Maybe I can understand. Okay, but if you cannot find them right now, but she had no excuse. But she could not find anything. After that, I was like, okay, I am no longer scared of injections. And also, I was very sick. Like it was some kind of glucose thing they will attach to your arm to drip it
Oh, yeah?
inside. A very sick kid getting injected 10 times and no result. And after that, you have got to be there. You have a very good experience now. You will never be scared of injections.
Yeah.
Do you,
Yeah.
yeah, like do you agree with Mathew that the Vtubers are they are very good containment right now, or no?
I mean, I think obviously some of them are good containment. I don't think a lot of them do not appeal to the Tumblr crowd, you could say. Although a couple definitely came out of there.
Wait, what?
Well, there are clearly a large number of VTubers and their audience that came from the Tumblr crowd, but I don't know. It's a very diverse community.
No, but you and I both know that the Tumblr people only go where a lot of people are already.
I mean, yeah. God, let me see if I can find it. There was recently somebody tried to create a Twitter alternative exclusively for VTubers. There was supposed to be a VTuber where you had to be a VTuber on a Twitter alternative that they launched recently.
That sounds.
Absolutely dreadful.
I did not want that site. Eh,
Yeah, it's primarily people who are all pre-debut doing pre-debut things, which is known as not making content. It's
the VTweeter hell. The VTweeter hell.
Yeah, it's VTweeter moment, except it's an entire website of VTweeters. Because the funny thing about VTweeters is they try to build up an audience by just being a social media presence. So the hope is that someday they'll debut and they'll have people who watch. But they primarily pander to other people who are pre-debut VTweeters.
Uh, Unlike us,
These people will
who are
not. These people will never convert into audience.
unlike us who don't even have audience.
Well, that is true. Yeah. Well, I don't think we're our social media presence non-existent. But
Yeah.
no, it's just funny because it's just this fun little circle jerk where they think that somehow giving each other money and giving each other views will somehow make something conjure out of non-existence. When the only winner in the end is the platforms, but it's just quite amusing.
Yeah, I am also the winner because I enjoy watching them.
Oh yeah, it is funny to watch people do stupid shit.
Speaking of retweeters, like it seems like a lot of them are turned out to be pedophiles.
Oh, for what?
Like like I do not know why, but like I would not think that it would be the case, but every anti I have seen anti what do you call it? Every anti-anime person I have seen on Twitter that it is literally children turns out to be pedophile.
I I wouldn't say every one of them, but there is an interesting and disproportionate quantity.
Like you would not think that it is that high. Like it is getting to the point where every day we get one at this point.
I Yeah, it is. It is interesting. Obviously, there's a lot of people saying this, but yeah, it is kind of comical.
Like
Where
I
you
do
have
not
people
understand. Like
complaining
at
about.
this point, why are you concerned about pedophiles in anime community? Like
That's
it,
because they're running cover for
like
themselves.
even the right wingers, like even Sargon or anyone, like what was the new the new meta in the meme sphere is just dig out some tweet and go lolicon. Like even the la-based memers.
Hmm.
I am not sure if they will turn out to be pedophiles, but don't do it on Twitter, like because we have
Hmm.
it is scientifically proven at this point. Like if you do this, maybe some shit about you will come out, which is not false, which is very true.
Oh, I guess the takeaway is don't put shit on Twitter. People will find it.
I can understand when you are little posting retarded shit on any social media.
Hmm.
But right now, what is the excuse? Like your parents can easily warn you. Like your parents can just warn you. Like they have lived the experience what it is like to live on social media.
Hmm.
If you are homeless, then why are you using Twitter first?
Well, you got your free phone. Might as well. But yeah.
I can say that my generation, like no, what do you call it? My generation, like my age
Hmm.
group of people where well, okay, internet was kind of late in India, so maybe
Yeah.
so my generation is like your boomers, because we didn't have the internet for a very long time,
Hmm.
like proper internet where it is faster than 100 kb.
Yeah. Yeah.
But like my friends did upload pictures. For some reason, I did not understand. But it was not like they will regret it. Because I don't think most people want to be, what do you call it, social media people. But like if before you think of start properly uploading everything on online, maybe scrub scrub back everything you have posted till then, if you don't think like it is a good post or anything. Like there is still a chance before you are famous to scrub your things. Maybe it will still, what do you call it? Maybe someone has taken an archive. I don't know why. Or it's still on Google servers.
That is a funny thing. The internet. I'm not sure if this is recent or not, but I would have expected more stuff to. I would have. The Internet Archive does not actually archive Twitter nearly as well as you would think it would.
Well,
All the dynamically loaded content is not observable there.
Wait. You use the Internet Archive?
Oh yeah.
I just either screenshot the tweets or just save the page as HTML.
I use kind of like archive.today and the Internet Archive and stuff for that. I do actually donate to the Internet Archive. There's a lot of people who are salty about stuff getting taken down there, but it's not like they have a choice.
Well, sometimes they do, but it seems like most of the time it's just they can't.
Yeah, I mean, it's the option of either delete this one thing or have the entire Internet Archive forcibly removed by the federal government. And in the name of data preservation, they have one choice. So, but yeah, I'd like to be able to do that stuff on my end as well.
We move away from topics so easily, so quick.
Yeah.
I think every 10 seconds, no, every 1 minute I am reminded. Maybe we should go back to the topic.
So.
Yeah, like the second topic I was thinking of VTuber and politics. Like for some reason, English VTubers can't get themselves out of politics, stay themselves out of politics. Like it is very fun to be in politics. Like there is nothing edgy left, and it is very fun to do politics. But just stay away if you are not willing to go all the way. Like, okay, maybe the VTuber you are is very, very based, but if you don't talk about it, why am I here then? Like, if you are based,
there are some who will talk on specific political topics where it's safe for them and just not talk about other ones, which I think is fair enough.
Yeah, but like, I would not say that is political at that point. Like, internet has ruined the definition of political, because like, you remember 2016 videos where like even PewDiePie made Trump memes, and you did remember that channel ER, right?
Yeah, I haven't. I actually did not watch him. Interestingly enough.
Like, do you remember like ER videos where he made a lot of Legend of Korra videos?
No.
Like, I would not call ER political. Like, ER's videos political. Like, but they are just like that thing is not political. Everyone can tell. Like, if you watch his ER's tweet, maybe he is a little bit political. In his personal life, he may be political, but like those videos are not political. They are very much fun, just fun. Being a little controversial is not political. Like, you know what I mean, right?
I think I do.
Like because of this, like centrist just became the position of I do not know anything. Generally, I don't like centrists that much, because like one side is like we can pretty much very easily say that some people are very evil, but you want to negotiate with them.
Well, but I have an appreciation for my favorite two radical centrists, Sitch and Adam.
I would say
S class is best class. But
it's like I like their show. I watch their show, but
yeah,
you do not. Please don't. The the leftists you are talking to have gone on air and without any shame said that we are only here to win. We don't even want to be honest and to say the truth. We will lie to win.
well, and I know which one you're talking about specifically who said these things, and I don't respect him very much for that.
Like who respects Wash?
Not many.
It is like it is more than it should be. The number is more than. Like, please just go and find your another crumb tuber. Like, at least find a crumb tuber who seems like he can be honest. He's not lying.
Yeah.
But that would mean just he would say what Adolf Hitler said without.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Matthew, I wanted to ask: is the no? Maybe we should
Yeah.
not go too much into politics. Like this is like should be probably be a fun stream.
Mm-hmm.
While
Right. Yeah. So
are there any VTubers like you enjoy, like other than Idol Corp? Because we both know we enjoy them.
yeah, so I enjoy Idol Corp. I'm a very big fan. There's a small Japanese agency called Star Ring, who launched has exactly one English talent named Beryl LaRue, and she's more so in the vein of Japanese style VTubers. But she's quite cute. She's good for background listening primarily, and then I like Saba from Saba Safari from Kawaii Corp. She does some fun classic games. I don't really tune in very often because the problem with their company is they really do lean into the GFE experience stuff, and I don't get that very much. But what's nice about Saba is she's actually a fairly decent human being in her personal life, and you do get to hear some of the stories and just her managing through it. So, plus also she eats bars of soap, so whatever.
Eats what?
She has eaten more than one bar of soap before. You don't ask. Consequences happened as a result of eating bars of soap.
Uh,
Obviously, I like most of Phase.
yeah.
then
Send me
there's some-
their YouTube channels after we are done. Like I will watch.
Oh, I will. Yeah. There any ones you follow?
I follow Japanese ones more now.
Okay, understandable. No, none of the Indian branch. Sorry, Indonesia.
Indonesia, like I followed them for a while, but for some reason I do not want to start learning Indonesian a little bit.
Well, that's fair.
Like because I can understand Japanese a little bit. Like I have watched enough anime to crumb together a few sentences.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can occasionally understand what they're saying.
Like even with subtitles, it feels weird.
Mm-hmm. Well, understandable.
I don't think there used to be some Indian VTubers. Then they got taken down because nobody in India watches VTubers.
Yeah, a lot of times domestic market ones don't do as well. There's still exactly what is the name of it? But there's a Spanish speaking corpo that has been a continuous state of internal collapse.
I am not sure why VTubers don't work in India though. Like maybe, but I think Twitch can work in India very nicely. If you just instead of super chats, you just enabled a lot of ads.
Oh yeah. What is the primary streaming platform in India actually?
I'm pretty sure it's also Twitch and YouTube.
Okay.
But I don't see any Indian creators because for some reason I have not found any good.
Yeah, so what you need to do is you need to feed a Mudahar stream. And no, I'm joking. Uh,
I know, but I was saying I have not seen any Hindi good channels because I have watched a few Indians too, but all of them speak English.
yeah, I don't see a lot speaking Hindi.
But for some reason they have, maybe it's like the 8 or 10 years they have been on YouTube, but their English is so much better than mine. Like sometimes I get jealous. Like,
Well, sometimes I'm embarrassed with mine, and I speak it natively. So,
VTubers are too early for India. Like we have to first establish anime properly, but the thing is we have a big problem with censorship, specifically in anime. Like VTubers cannot grow without anime though. I don't think they.
I think they can actually, because they some of them, they don't all play to they play to different niches. Let's just say.
I know, but like I hate the VTubers that go, oh, I don't know the anime I am using in my Twitch reminders or anything. Like how could you? Like you are using that anime as your Twitch sound bites or anything. Like how could you not know that anime?
A lot of them don't though.
Like why not just go and be a normal Twitch thought then?
Well, it's because they so for various different reasons, not everyone wants to show their actual face, and some of that's to just put up it's not necessarily that they're ugly. In fact, I know some of them are quite attractive. They do it so they can put up a mental barrier themselves between them and the audience, and them and their streaming personality. So they keep it separate from their normal life.
Then don't do VTubers then. Like I have a little bit disgust. Like I know, because these people will just after a while go, no, not even after a while. Even VTubers do this. Like no, VTubers are the primary users of this quote. As part of the community, as part of the VTuber community, I'm going to cancel you.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't know.
Okay, they meet the general definition of VTubers. I don't like them though. Like because most of them are going to do this line of thinking. As part of the VTuber community, like no one knows who you are, nobody likes you, and you just this is not a formal community.
You're right, it is not a formal community. It's by and large, it's just a classification. It's just a streamer who happens to use an additional tool to hide behind, or it's just an additional tool to enhance their persona while they're streaming and increase anonymity. And people use it to varying different levels of success. But it's like there's not really like no more than there's like a live streamer community. It's like they're just very, very disparate kind of people there. Just because you use a technology doesn't mean that you're part of a group with someone else where you have aligned interests completely.
Oh yeah, there is one thing in the VTuber community that every woman does. Like I think they are better at this than Twitch thoughts, like the girlfriend experience.
So not everyone does that, but there are companies and individuals who really do specialize into that. Kawaii Corp again being one of the biggest.
I have nothing against girlfriend experience. I think like you are good to take away money from the idiot is very nice. Also, sometimes I'm entertained enough to want to give them money. But
potentially, yeah.
Yeah, but also the thing is, I do not care about the person behind VTuber. That is why I am waiting for AI. Like, please just.
Oh well, then you probably like, you probably like Yeah, Neurosama. No, I normally call her Nodders,
Uh,
for the obvious reason if you've ever seen her streams. But I don't know. There's some VTubers I'm almost more interested in the person behind them and how they kind of express themselves as a VTuber than
Maybe
the
sometimes,
front of the house.
but like they even have this. They have most of the VTubers, they have this thing called a backstory, right? I used to be a super god, super god, but then something happened and I need now to stream. Give me money.
Well, yeah, and it's different levels of backstory they use. Um,
I, I don't understand. Every character has to be OC character. Do not steal. But
well, it's because of where the roots of where it all branches back from with the stuff over in Japan.
no,
But
I know. But most of them have very shit backstories.
well, it
Like at least give it one day
It,
of
it's
effort.
it's intended. A lot of it's intended just to be serviceable enough for you to get an idea of what they're going to try to play at. It's not intended to be a full story, much like the plot in a porn is not meant to be a novel. It's just there to service the action.
Yeah, I know. But
Um,
maybe it's just that it's your debut, like your first impression on everyone, and it's just a original character. Do not steal.
I guess. I
But
I mean,
also like
Penrose did quite a good job with her lore. It mostly just establishes what kind of character she's going to be.
but I also don't like the fact that nowadays the new debuts are like, okay, this was all a setup. Like I am not like this. Oh, like why? Why?
Well,
Just play
that's
into the like at least the first stream. Role play a little. Like maybe
Yeah,
after a while
that
you
just
you can
happens when
have
you have a mismatch between the personality of the actual personality, their talent, and what what they want to be or what the company wants them to be.
like I do not care about the VTuber inside. Like there are only a few. Like because they own guns and I want to see their gun collection. That's it.
Yeah. I'm still, yeah, we could talk about that for quite a while. There's
But please,
a
like
surprising number of gun chuba VTubers.
yeah, like please post your gun collection online. Like I really like guns.
There's one VTuber who is alluded to on Twitter Space as owning an incredibly large collection of submachine guns. But yeah,
Like I would want to be friends with that VTuber.
they're quite amusing people. What? God, yeah.
But I do not care. Like if you're providing gun trade experience and being railed on the side by like 10 black men, like please just don't tell anyone and it is fine. Like do not ruin the fantasy.
Mm-hmm.
Like you are actively ruining the product you're selling.
I get quite a lot of amusement out of
Like it is
Pronto
very
from,
much fun. Yeah,
the-
like, it is very much fun. Like to seeing the what do you call it, parasocial relationship women do this.
Well, it's funny when you have because sometimes this does happen. It's not super common, but it does happen occasionally, where you'll end up with a particularly broken VTuber who will become very parasocial for chat and just start using them as a giant teddy bear.
Hmm.
And that's quite an experience to behold.
On the other
They,
hand, we have
they
Niji Sanji. Like
you,
they sell the wedding rings, like the your waifu
no, they
wedding
do.
rings, and they are saying
They do.
like on Twitter they are joking about L plus ratio plus you are stuck at parasocial, and then they are like,
Yeah, well,
why?
educate yourself. I think.
Uh, but
but,
then they bitch about why is my audience like this? We are not parasocial. Like why do you like this is not compatible? Like I guess you are going for the NTR audience, but it is kind of
one-
it. I don't think there are that many NTR.
No, we could go over an entire interesting new category. You want to see people abusing this VTubers and trying to establish a relationship to get money. corporate VTubers, brand affiliated VTubers, are becoming quite an interesting thing. I mean, we now have computer brands, Corsair and MSI both have a corporate VTuber.
Mm.
Yeah, I know. I mean, it's not just Netflix and Crunchyroll anymore, just for their anime sections. No, it's your computer hardware company. There's a HyperX themed VTuber.
I cannot
So,
wait for like the bigger graphics card so I can run my own language server.
yeah.
Like then I will have a perfect waifu.
We are getting to the point where that will be plausibly runnable. But
So I am learning OpenGL. Maybe I will start learning how to simulate muscles. So I can just give her a body. Like here your language server.
3D?
Huh?
No 3D.
Yeah. So I mean in the computer. Like
Oh yeah, of course.
I do not want to make an android. That sounds too painful and too much hard work.
Isn't this what you asked for? Looks at uncanny looking. Yeah.
VR. It seems cool, but other than getting your waifu, I don't see the appeal. Like the only thing yeah.
I quite enjoy it for simulators, actually. It's very good for those. I play Dirt Rally 2 and Assetto Corsa, and they both have very good VR support. So when I'm racing with the wheel, it's much easier to make cornering and whatnot. But that's what I use VR for mostly.
I saw a course. I was going to buy Corsa, but then my exams were going on. And then my mom was like, "No, you cannot."
Well, someday we will get our AR waifus that we can have.
Yeah. Mark Zuckerberg was a little too early, and he did not develop the software. I do not know what he was thinking. How many people do you think own VR?
I actually don't know. There are approximate numbers of sold headsets that you can look at. So,
But I have never seen a VR in India, but I cannot think of many people owning VR even in America.
there's actually a fairly large number owned in America. There's there's supposed to be around I don't know, 6+ million that were sold in America last year.
So we can
Which
at least get maybe. Oh yeah, but didn't Facebook do if you bought VR from Oculus, you have to make it through connect to your Facebook account, or we brick your VR.
Yeah, that was a thing. So I'm just looking at right now. I'm looking at Statista.com, and the total number of VR helmets that are supposedly currently installed is around 26 million headsets.
26 million is
Yeah.
like also there is a market for VR.
Yeah, there is a market. It's not like an insane market, but it definitely does exist.
26 million. Like so he thought maybe he could get 15 million users at the start. Maybe.
For Metaverse?
Yeah. But even
Well,
15 million
yeah.
does not seem that much for Facebook.
Problem with the Metaverse is there needs to be something to do there, which there basically isn't.
Also, they have terms of services. Like,
Yeah, the term. Well, it's functionally a more cut down, more restricted version of VR chat, and they arrived to the market years late.
these social media platforms forget. Like, a new social media does not needs to have cut down terms of services. Like nobody is going to a worse version of whatever they already have.
Hmm. Yeah. Well, why would you go to somewhere that's just worse than what you have? Yeah.
Also, I don't think there were. Maybe if they made, I think maybe if they made it compatible with a little bit of VR chat, they would have somewhat of a chance.
I mean, if they could bring VR chat, so if they could bring integration with Metaverse to VR chat, and then bring VR chat to the Oculus as a standalone headset, that would definitely help increase the adoption rate of the Oculus brand headsets, or I guess they're Meta brand now.
But like Facebook's brand is already damaged. Like in the privacy thing, like
It really is the data collection that's caused issues for them. If they were less aggressive about it, I mean, I personally know a lot of people at my work who have gone out of their way to delete their Facebook accounts and make sure all the data is removed.
yeah, most people.
It has gotten bad enough that it's not just people stop using the platform, but they go out of their way to have their accounts deleted and data removed.
Yeah,
That's
I heard that the better trick is to just like, because even if you delete the data, it still stays with them. So a
well,
better trick is to just update the data first, then delete it. Like
it,
so
it
in the
it
hopes
does
of.
depend on where you live, of course. Some companies have some countries and some states in the U.S. do have data protection and privacy laws, which force them to delete that information on request. So if you live in the European Union, you actually stand a pretty good chance of getting that removed. Or if you live in, I think, Illinois and California and whatnot.
Now I don't understand why that laws like that are there, because
Well,
you are willingly posting this. Like there was
no,
no gun to your head, huh?
it's just because you're no longer a customer with the company, and you'd like to have it's I don't know. People voted in, they wanted data privacy laws, so that's what they got. It does add, you need to have now a data you need to have a specific data manager, an officer at your company whose entire job is to comply with these privacy laws. But
No, I want privacy laws, but some of the privacy laws people like Europe have sounds too retarded. Like
well, part of the problem here is people signed up for these services before they had all these data collection and all these terms, and they just slowly boiled the frog by just adding the different terms one by one until you're now stuck in this hellscape.
um,
So I guess it's to offer an escape hatch.
you probably know more about this, but like compared to Facebook, how much data does Google collect? Because it seems like Google collects more than Facebook, but people don't give a shit enough.
I don't know. I know Google collects a lot, but I think they're a little more on. The thing about Facebook is, and I'm sure Google does this too, but Facebook collects information on people who are not part of Facebook.
Mm.
And they do that quite judiciously, using people who are parts of Facebook and using, for example, if you have a share on Facebook button on a website, they use that element getting loaded to track your browser ID and advertising IDs across websites. So they can generate a profile on individual users as they browse through the internet, even if they're not on Facebook. And then they'll correlate between information from various people who have. So, for example, if you're in the contacts cards of a person who has a Facebook Messenger or Facebook app on their phone, because the Facebook app scans through all the contacts, they can figure out who's friends of who, even if you aren't on the network. So there's shadow profiles of everyone. So I don't think Google does stuff like that, but not to nearly the extent, or at least not as openly.
Also, Google has everything. Like everything is run on Google.
Yeah, that is true.
So naturally they will have more data, even if
They naturally, yeah.
like I every website, every website who has a login system has a. Would you like to use Gmail, sir? Like, would you like to log in through Gmail?
Yeah, and there are advantages to doing that, but it does tie you more into the Google ecosystem permanently.
Yeah, like maybe, but can't we just do another standard?
That is why I got myself my own Proton mail.
Didn't Proton Mail seems like they are now like they have to comply with the government?
That's because there was specifically a request by. So there's a French environmentalist slash potential eco terrorist, if I remember correctly, who the French went because they have laws. They have agreements with Sweden, which allow or Switzerland, which allowed them to request a seizure of information associated. So they because they don't store the information locally, but they do. They when it passes through the servers, they have access to it. So when this person went to log in their Proton mail, they grabbed the IP address of them.
No, email is like no, email is not secure, right? Like
Email. It depends. Honestly, email is relatively secure, but you have to make sure the endpoints are secure, and you have to make all your signatures are correct, so your signing server is trusted.
I was pretty sure, like compared to every other service, email is not that secure.
It's not insecure, but it is your stuff being stored on someone else's server, so you have to trust that they really did throw away the keys when they said they did.
Yeah. One thing I don't understand about cloud is like anyone that stores stuff on the cloud, why do you not encrypt your like just a little bit of encryption is fine. Just whenever you are storing it on cloud, just encrypt and store it there.
Well, it depends on how much you care about that stuff being private.
Like, but
If
it
I
seems
upload a copy,
it seems
if
like
I
nobody.
upload a modded copy of Crisis to my Google Drive, I don't really care. But if I upload all my private financial documents, maybe I do want to protect that in case someone reaches my account.
Yeah, like even piracy sites, like just encrypt it with a generic password, like
No,
where
why?
that everyone knows that just the site's name or the provider's name or whatever.
What's the point of encrypting it?
It then like, I thought like nowadays like if the cloud providers are just scanning everything and
Well, that's not necessarily something they can't. So it depends on the cloud provider. There are security features built into a lot of VMs now, where if you know what your execution environment is, you can check in the kernel to see whether or not it's a secure environment, and then you can because it depends on how much access you have to the server to verify that you actually are under a secure environment.
no, I generally when if I need a cloud I will just buy a VPS
Yeah,
like but
which are nice.
like it even if I just need a VPN I will just buy a VPS.
Mm-hmm.
But you just if you are using Google Cloud just this encrypt a little bit because it feels like they are pulling down even like copies of games that you own because they are saying you are going to pirate them.
Yeah.
Wait, is the stream still going? Warning, the stream current bitrate is lower than the recommended bit we recommend. Oh, I don't think I can fix this. Like maybe there is a way, but I am not going to learn OBS now. Maybe.
Okay. So.
Oh yeah. Well, will you be free for the next stream tomorrow or no? Like this same time?
I have to go check actually.
Oh yeah, please DM me next time.
Okay. Yeah,
With the VTubers you told me about. So,
I'll send those to you. I think I may be available on Saturday night.
it is not Saturday for you today, right?
It is currently is until 30 more minutes. It is going to be Friday. So I am in CST time zone.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I was
negative.
mistaken then. I thought today will be Saturday for you.
It's GMT -6, so in 30 minutes it's Saturday. It's currently Friday. So
Oh yeah, Vtubers. We
yeah,
we
so
went away from the topic to like we went from VPS. We went to VPS. The new. Oh yeah, Matthew. You are you following the current anime trends or any anime like current animes?
I'm surprisingly no. I'm looking at some older anime that I'm watching, but I'm not really following the new stuff.
One thing I don't like about the current anime is like the protagonist seems like such a bitch. Like just make a Yuri anime at that point. I will watch that.
I see.
Like one anime I'm currently liking is Blue Lock. Is the protagonist maybe sometimes a very a bitch, but no, like at least like he takes control of the situation.
Yeah.
I don't want that I want some someone who at least wants to keep going, some ambition, a little bit, please, a crumb of ambition from your protagonist.
Yeah. Well. Yeah.
Redo of Healer was kind of good because of this.
It was interesting. I would say I did prefer the manga to the anime in that regard, but it was
Generally, manga is always better. Like there are only a few times.
Although I think it's hard to recreate the visuals of Madoka in the anime in the manga, just because of the, I don't know, artistically it was excellently animated.
Oh yeah. Did you watch Chainsaw Man?
I have not watched Chainsaw Man. I haven't been keeping up with this new stuff.
Like I have been following Chainsaw Man since Fire Punch. Like I first read Fire Punch, then instantly went to Chainsaw Man. Like I liked it. Like it was a very good show. Like even though the protagonist is not that, like, but he has somewhat of a likable personalities. But like what Chainsaw Man anime, like it seems like it was done very nicely, but like you have not watched it, so I don't know how to describe. It feels like most of the time it was over animated.
Yeah.
Like
I've heard CGI.
Yeah, what?
I've heard CGI man comments. I don't know how true that holds though.
Like some CGI looks nice, but the problem was, like, it is over animated to a point that I don't like it. Like, even though the animation is sometimes good, like, but you do not need that much detail. Like, it is kind of distracting at that point. I know you have developed a new technology for this and you want to show off. But save it for a tech demo.
Yeah, I do hope though that like this image-to-image AI can make that kind of stuff less awkward by taking the animated segments and then making them look more hand-drawn.
It can probably, like, we can probably do it in 6 months. I'm taking 6 months. It will almost be good enough for video game graphics. But like, can you think that, like, in the next generation video games, like, everything would be, instead of meshes, you will just see animation, like you can AI generated images. Like,
I don't know if we'll ever go full AI generated, but I can imagine that we'll have a basic rendered input that's used on it as just kind of a skeleton for it to draw onto.
Maybe But think about it. Maybe like also the skeletons will be AI controlled. Like we can probably just say that the hero is injured in this leg. His bones are broken, and he he's having a seizure. Now make him walk. Like how will a seizured man who has
Well,
this bone.
I've seen stuff like that applied before, specifically for the walking motion and pathfinding of a AI generated. Well, it was for a wolf actually in a video game, and they were using AI. They were using neural networks to predict its walking patterns and generate them.
Like that would be nice. Like now everything would feel like it is like every step will feel different, maybe, or maybe
No,
not. Maybe they will
hopefully.
save the processing power.
Add some variety. Well, I mean, they have to do something with all the new neural network accelerator cores that are being added. So we'll see what they do with it.
I can't wait for my AI waifu.
Mhm.
I will make her myself.
Yeah, well, there are projects to get ChatGPT equivalent as an open source implementation that you can run on your home computer. So we'll see. Maybe it's closer than you think.
I would like, but I don't want VTubers to die because of it. Like I want them,
I,
like please stay VTubers. Like if you die, then they will go after anime next because it's the second most.
they already are though, but yeah.
Yeah, they are, but currently their focus is on the VTuber. Uh, uh, I heard yesterday there was a popular post going around on Japanese Twitter where they were like, you should block all English people or something like that.
Oh, is this just because of the politics they always like to play?
Yeah, like something like that. They will just come after you like this, like that, something like that.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, they have been having that issue, so understandable to be honest.
I am very happy. I am very happy, if it happens. Please, Japan, do this. Like it would be kind of sad that I cannot talk to my like what can I say? Like I go to a do you know Fanbox Pixius? No, Fanbox.
Oh
No.
yeah, I'm aware. I'm familiar with Pixel Box. Yes.
Sketch Pixel. Like it's a place where artists go to draw stuff. Like
Yeah.
they will just live stream it. The live streams are not saved. I don't think they are saved. They will just draw it and live stream it. I go there and I bother some creators like they are very nice about it too. Like there are 2-3 creators I just go and talk to. It'd be kind of sad if they will stop responding to me and start calling me a fag.
Well, that's when you start messaging them in Hindi.
Then I will just write Pearl Harbor and then leave.
Yeah.
Wait, Matthew, you are American, you would know. But why did the Japanese do the Pearl Harbor thing? Like, were they not aware that America can just fuck their shit up?
Well, they were assuming because we were not aligned that and it wasn't all of them, but there was an assumption that by doing a first strike on us, it would encourage us to become more insular, I guess, and become less likely to enter the war.
That sounds
Because
kind
it
of
would
dumb
destroy our
logic.
naval. Because they thought it would destroy our naval resources and then just make us decide that it wouldn't be worth going to war because oh shit, our navy's gone.
It kind of even that logic does not compute because
It doesn't. In fact, there was quite a lot of disagreement about this this tactic, which clearly did not work.
But it was the first nukes. Like, America, you dropped the sun on them. uh, it was very horrible, but it is kind of hard to not justify it. Like, okay, you can just maybe say that you should have attacked some other place where there were not that many civilians, but it feels like Japan was like, okay, will you strike us now? They were asking for it. At that point, were the Germans also able to get the nukes, or no? It was only America.
The Germans were not able to get the nukes. Actually, it's implausible they ever would have been able to, just due to the amount of resources required.
Oh yeah, they don't have economy.
No, it was taxing even on the American economy to create the nuclear war. It's just due to separating out all the isotopes. So you have a much more resource-restricted German war economy, where they barely have enough to build the equipment they do have. There's no hope. Even if they were building nothing else, they would not have had the economic resources to run the Manhattan Project or build a suitable delivery vehicle for it.
Stuff like that used to be so much costly. Now it has at least gone to the manageable range.
Oh yeah, because we've changed the technologies we use for them, and we've gotten a little better. I mean, it's still incredibly expensive to do.
I mean, not nukes. Nuclear power plants are like right now very big. Like I am still surprised that nobody is using nuclear power plants. Like nuclear power plants are still not being used that much.
No, there's different reasons for it. Mostly political, but not recent history politics.
I was very happy, but though, like when Germany stopped their own nuclear power plant and now they are on support of coal. Like, how can you not laugh? I'm sorry if you're German. No, you're like, well, I'm sorry for the German people,
sorry for the German people, but you did do this to yourselves.
Like, you voted for this. You wanted this.
Well.
Mathew, how much does the gym cost there?
I actually don't know. I know my company will reimburse gym memberships for me, so I need to. I don't know how much gyms cost here in general. A more active person would know better than I. I guess a lot of them probably cost around, for cheap ones, a $30-ish to $50 a month range.
Per month, 50. Okay, let me convert. I forget how much. It cost me $120 for a year.
So that's relative. That's pretty cheap, actually.
Yeah, I mean, and it's a good gym.
Yeah.
Yesterday I somehow bent my arms backwards or something like that. And ever since then my muscles are paining so much that it is kind of hard to even move a mouse. Uh, uh, Today was kind of extra hard to set up. Yeah, how long do you have? Like I am just at this time is set up for you. Like how should I
I'm
say?
just curious. Just curious how long have we been streaming for?
But let me check. 1 hour 20 minutes.
Okay. Let's see if we can make it to an hour 30.
Yeah.
So
I have a lot of free time right now because I woke up too early, and I can stay.
well, I'll probably have something to talk about next time. My intent is to tomorrow toss a magnet into a lake and see what comes out.
In the Ohio or no? Like,
No, in just local rivers, actually, not a lake. I'm just gonna toss a magnet on a rope in there and see if I can get anything out of the bottom. I have no idea if there's anything down there, but if for $30 for a magnet on a rope, it's like, why not?
wait, how strong is that magnet though? Will it be able to pull
Yeah,
it?
it's fair. It's relatively strong. I don't expect to find anything big, obviously.
I sometimes wish I could eat non-vegetarian food, but uh, uh, I feel like if I cannot hunt, like I should not eat meat.
No, that's entirely understandable.
And right now I don't have a gun, so I don't think I can hunt. Yeah, one thing happened. Like no, the same thing happened again at my father's company. Like at the place my father works. Like there is a tiger again.
Oh, really?
Yeah. This time it's very close to the, like it's just roaming there, and the forest department is sitting there, but the company is just like, nothing to see here, folks. Nothing, just nothing. Keep working. If we could keep guns, like it would be, I would not have a problem. Okay, a tiger is coming. You shot it. Now it's dead. Like, but how do you defend against a tiger unarmed?
That would be quite. Yeah, I mean, I guess go inside and close the door, I think, is probably the main response. I don't really think it. I don't particularly know how I'd engage one hand to hand.
Like also the thing is, like most of the people that work there use motorcycles to get there.
Oh, so they're not very well protected from it, are they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, the parking system there is not that good. So it's just like you have to go there with a motorcycle. Like this is the second time this has happened. I am pretty sure it's just because like we are starting to have too many tigers now. Right? The government is like, no, we want tourism. Fuck those people who live here. Some animals I don't understand. Why don't we let them go extinct?
No, like which kind?
Like the white polar bear. The polar bear. Aren't those the only ones that are like actively go and hunt humans?
I don't think. I mean, I know you mean like bears.
No. Polar bears, I think, like go for humans even more than normal bears.
Yeah, they're very similar to grizzlies in that respect.
Like most of the time, if an animal is on the verge of extinction, I don't think it will affect that much. What's a few, like maybe there were 20 animals of that kind left and now they are there. Like how will it affect the chain food cycle?
I think it doesn't affect the food cycle. It's more just a loss of if somebody else wanted to see that animal in the future, they no longer are able to.
I
So it's
guess.
more so loss of the human experience involved in it more than the actual animal.
Mm, uh, yeah, but still, I don't understand like that much money for it.
Yeah.
Yes, I think finally remembered like is there anything other than VTuber we can talk about, like the silver whale thing we did not talk about it.
No, Silvervale?
Yeah,
Yeah.
has she ever advocated for cancel culture? I don't think she has.
Or unless yeah. We'll see.
Do you find anything or no?
Or what about Silvervale right
Like
now?
like your keyboard made a sound. It sounded like you're searching something.
Yeah, I was just double checking to make sure I was thinking completely of the right person. I don't know. I
But
don't. I haven't
like
followed
it
closely
doesn't
enough to
seem
know.
it doesn't seem like she does. Like silver whale and Pikami.
Yeah, well, Pikami's still MIA, and I don't remember entirely what Silvervale's continuing response has been to this whole situation, but it's unfortunate. They really they need to take a more hardline stance on this because the problem is you'll end up with a lot of people who
Wait, you got
there's
uh
you'll end up with a lot of people who will then make disingenuous arguments where if not them not making a statement on the game is them like tacitly supporting trans genocide or something like that, which is just absurd. For it's a video game, but
uh,
I don't know.
wait, my mom is calling me.
Okay.
Okay, I'm back. Uh, like I do not understand. Like how can like this is the new level of low for me on Twitter. Like I do not understand. How can someone
Bullying VTubers
like I have
or
no problem bullying VTubers. Bully all the VTubers you like, but
for,
like at least be what do you call it? Do it in some way that is funny, or also like it's not just what do you call. Uh, I cannot find a term for it, but I am always for bullying VTubers generally. Like it will make good content. The VTuber will also be happy to get bullied because they know they are going to get watched a lot.
mm-hmm.
But this seems like too mean spirited and also very disingenuous. Like I cannot think. Like if you think this, I do not think you need some guardian or something. You are clearly unwell.
Mm-hmm.
Mm. Well, some takes are.
Mm-hmm.
I am fine with them bullying J.K. Rowling because J.K. Rowling is all for cancel culture. She's like uh, she's she's getting everything she advocated for. Like I do not I am not going to do it because I don't think I'm going to have fun bullying her.
Yeah. I just don't want it to continue spreading as just a cultural phenomena. But
Yeah, everyone hates them. Like there is no one you will find who will love them. There is the only one I can think of is fruit. Other than that, I don't think anyone has the love in their heart for them.
Hmm.
Maybe they will finally have to go away because we all know they are very weak people. Maybe they will join the 41%.
41%. Let's go. Yeah, as a comment said by a certain VTuber, I can't believe they were allowed to get away with it.
Yeah, and I hope they are right.
Well, yeah. Anyways.
And some things are kind of hard to. You really start to hate. Like, and no one can say that the hate is not good because it is. You cannot make me unjustify this hate. Like it is, like there is no way to not justify this hate.
Hmm.
And I have not even done anything though. Even though, like I'm just. Oh yeah, well, one thing I wanted to talk about was
Yeah.
Was the Jordan Peterson thing, where he was spurging out about not censorship, anonymity.
I need to look into that. I actually haven't been following that kind of sphere in a while, in 2 weeks. There's a kind of a bit of me
Like
failing in that regard, but
nobody has the time to follow everyone, but I do not understand what he means by that because, like, we have legitimate proof that can easily prove him wrong and you don't even have to go that deep. Like, look at 2016. Like, there, even everyone was anonymous, and like I would say Jordan Peterson, maybe he does not like Trump, or like objectively that was the better result compared to Hillary, like and if,
Hillary was an unfortunate choice. But
yeah, but and after that, like, yeah, we know that it is true because Google employees were crying about it. Like they were somehow, I don't know who leaked this, bless his soul.
that was one of the better outcomes, was just watching people complain about it.
Like it was very fun. Like we have not gone any more Luke Skywalkers because now we have to be not. We don't have to. We can't be mean to people now. Like we can't make fun of idiots. But look at the result. Like Google was crying because they let anonymous trolls, whatever you call it, dictate the election or something. Like they did not monitor misinformation properly. Like, and it got a good result. Like also there is a system online. Like he was saying stuff like if you're face to face, there is always a threat to violence. Like if you say too much shit, maybe the person in front of you just come out here and beat you up, and you have to fight now. But like internet has a better solution. No, not better solution. Like a solution that you can just stop watching that person. Like there is a block button.
That is a good way to disengage.
Yeah, it's not even like like the woman way of doing things. Like, what do you call it? I do not know how women handle things, but my imagination is they will just, oh God, what do you hear what Sally said, or something like that. That is my imagination. What will happen? Like there will be a rumor mill. Like, but the thing is, with internet, most people have this same reaction. That even you said even 4chan loved that VTuber because she is honest. Like honesty is a very good currency on the internet. If you are not honest, nobody will watch you.
Mhm.
Like it's a very simple solution. People, there is a block button, use it. Like even if you think you did blocking is too below you, you can just unfollow.
Mhm.
I don't think unfollowing is below anyone. But it's kind. I do not know how he came to that conclusion that these are psychopaths. Like one theory I can think of is like he's thinking that most people are just feds or what do you call it, AI. Like he does not want to talk to feds or AI, and they are, and now with AI maybe there are too many. Dead internet theory will become reality because now we can't let normal people talk to each other. They will have to talk to AI.
Mhm.
But still though, like how we are voice chatting here, I don't think
Yes.
we have ever exchanged our personal information. But
No, we haven't. Outside of what I share in my profile, which you just look at. Yes.
yeah, but I am pretty sure you are human and not a fed.
Yeah. There. Well, you never know.
Yeah, but also like
But
even if you are at this point, I think we are very good friends. Uh, so,
don't
so
worry, I won't write yet to my superiors.
but
Mhm.
I don't maybe I don't know. I am not planning to do anything illegal. So maybe I have not that much things to worry about. Like there is a risk
Now,
in
the
going
benefit
outside.
for you is you're not American.
Yeah,
So
but
even
I
if I
want to
were,
become American.
oh, I see.
Yeah, I want the guns. Right. Uh, I love India, but we don't have guns.
Yeah.
Like
Well, they're fun. They're fun.
Yeah.
It's quite nice to be able to exercise one's liberty here occasionally.
but I do not understand. Like just like Jordan Peterson said, like if you talk to people, there is a threat to violence. Like if you go outside, there is a threat to violence. Like there is risks involved in going outside, and there is like not that many risks. But like if you have friends online, there are still risks. Like maybe the person you are talking to offline is a fed that wants you to cut your barrel of a gun so that he can arrest you.
Attach this funny thing to the back of your pistol.
But
Gets arrested.
like there is risk. Like what is he thinking? Like he did mention, but he's willing to take this kind of risk, but not this kind of risk. Like but his entire right now, like he has used this to get to know a lot of people. His supporters are, I'm probably sure a lot of them are anonymous, like 90%.
Mhm.
Like he's famous because of anonymous people. It's like internet has been shitting on him for like even though he's smart. Like Jordan Peterson is probably very smart than me. Like he has lived longer.
In his domain, yes.
He's supposed to know more. He's older than me, but I do not know like why this simple logic cannot get to him.
No, I guess he's set to observing. I don't know. He's observed the world through a certain way for quite a long time, and I guess if there's a fundamental change in how communication works, it can take time to adapt to it.
Maybe then they have like Jordan Peterson probably can just like he has a lot of experience. He can just study the new internet, like how communication on the internet works, and a lot of people have been on the internet for 9-10 years. Like he can just go and ask them what do content creators, like, what do you think your audience and think.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Like, it will be different according to the type of community, but I am pretty sure there is a very good correlation where if he got some left wingers to be honest, they will be like, I am every day when I upload, I am scared of getting cancelled.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think there is, like, we are so vehemently against cancel culture that I don't think you can be scared of getting cancelled by your own audience.
Well,
You have any topics? I think I have run out of topics now. Like,
I think I'm basically out of what I wanted to talk about for today. You can regroup and prepare for next.
Yeah, I will maybe start coloring them now. Like, now that we have finally started.
Okay.
Like, maybe how many streams do you want to do baseline for a month?
I don't know. I obviously
Not month,
can't
weeks.
do.
For a week.
Oh God. I honestly probably one, but like, just.
I was hoping at least two.
Well, I'm sorry. It's just because I have to fit things in between this moderating and my job.
Yeah. Also, one thing we saw that we lose track of time, and now
Yeah.
it's 1:40.
Okay.
Yeah. I thought maybe we will only do 30 minutes of stream like 3 times a week, so it will be manageable. But it does not seem like we can manage time.
Well, we just do a long form one
Yeah.
occasionally. Anyway, thank you very much,
Yeah.
and thank you all for listening.
We feel like YouTube. I don't think YouTube recommends videos, live streams that much, right?
It does rarely, but not super often.
Like, we would have been better off just making a video, but that is too much work.
We'll see what happens. Anyways,
I don't think that there is a. I don't think that it will get any more than 2 views, and that both the 2 views are just us.
yeah. So,
Yeah. Have a nice day.
thank you very much, and you have a nice day yourself, Vishi.
Bye.